And now, broadcasting live from the Darkroom Studio at Craven Community College, it's In the Know.
Hi everybody, welcome to In the Know. I'm Craig Ramey, and joined with me today is...
Megan Johnson. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
It is Thursday, March 2nd.
Happy March 2nd.
Happy March 2nd.
Yes.
Can you believe March is actually here? That's the hard part.
No, I can't. It's all flying by.
It is. It's flying by very quickly.
Time is meaningless now, as I've said. We're starting late already.
We're not meaningless, though.
No, we're not. Time is.
And we are so fortunate that we have very meaningful people with us today as well.
We do.
So let's throw it to the booth and say good morning to Zanetta. Say, there's Zanetta. There she is.
Hey,
and then in the background is Jennifer, the Director of Lifetime Learning Center, and she's here to support our guests who are also down here just next to me. We have Marianne LeRae. Oh, I said it correctly. Almost not, but almost. And she is the Executive Director of the Filling Station in Jones County. And next to her, we also have Gary Kennefick, and he is the President of the Neuse River Bridge Run Committee. And they are going to join us and talk about what a great event is coming up. And they brought us treats and,
I love it.
And swag and all kinds of fun stuff. So,
welcome to the show.
Absolutely. Thank you for being
having
here.
us.
Yeah.
So, Gary and Marianne, we are in the midst of two runners, avid runners. Craig is a runner, and so is Zanetta. I am not, only in something in the kitchen's on fire. That's when I'm going to run. But I appreciate runners. I think it's awesome.
I love running. I love the bridge run.
Yes, you do.
You don't have to twist my arm very hard to get me to be a fan and a supporter of the bridge run and tell people how much fun it is to do. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So you kind of sneak peeking behind the T-shirts that they brought us from the Bridge Run is also, see, what is that?
That's a cat in a hat hat.
That's a cat in the hat. That's a Dr. Seuss hat. So today is National Read Across America Day.
Is there
also
a reason,
happens.
Is there a reason why I should not put this on my head?
No, you may. I just put the water bottle up there so I could hold it up.
Okay, sorry.
Here
Go
you
ahead.
Classic look.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah. It's not the first time we've had silly hats on the show. Today's National Read Across America Day to celebrate on March 2nd, also Dr. Seuss's birthday. It's the annual event as part of Read Across America initiative on reading and created by the National Education Association. Since the event is designed to encourage reading in children and foster through the schools, when March 2nd lands on a weekend, the day is observed on the closest school day. So there's lots of little children right now that have made construction paper cat in the hats.
Yes, or masks, or they've drawn whiskers onto their faces.
I wanted to get the big round badge that said Thing 1 and Thing 2.
Yeah?
I'll take 2.
You're 2?
I'm 2.
Okay.
You're Thing 1.
Well, that's very nice.
I'm Thing 2.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
That sounds great. I love Dr. Seuss Day and Read Across America Day. I have gone to, when Fenton was in elementary school, I went to his class and read a couple of times at Oaks Road specifically. It was a lot of fun to go in there.
So what's your favorite Dr. Seuss book?
So my favorite one to read over and over is Fox and Socks.
Okay. Do
And
you have it
that's-
memorized?
I don't have it memorized, but I used to use it when I was in college and taking announcing classes. I would use that as a
Your
tongue
warm-up.
twister warm-up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do remember you telling us that.
Yeah, so trying to read it as fast as I could. I would go faster and faster.
Fox and Socks. I'm trying to tell you when it was when he wrote that. 1965 is when Fox and Socks came out. Marianne, do you have a favorite Dr. Seuss book?
You know, green eggs and ham is one of my favorites.
Green Eggs and Ham.
Yes.
Do we have an idea when that was written? Anybody?
64.
I'm still looking. I'm hunting. 1960. Very close.
Okay, yeah. And of course, I love the places that you'll go.
Which
right?
was the
Yeah.
last one he wrote.
Right, of course.
In 1990, and I think I got 3 of them when I graduated from college.
Yeah, it's a very,
Yes.
it's a
And
very
you can't give them
popular book
away
that way.
because they
Yeah.
were all dated and signed by the
Yes.
person who gave them
Yes.
to you.
Yeah.
So I've got about those. Gary, do you have a favorite Dr.
I'm
Seuss
a
book?
green eggs and ham guy myself.
You're a
Yeah.
green eggs and ham
Yeah.
guy. Okay. I love the fact that they also were great literature for children, getting excited about words and rhyming. But then it was also turned into really good movies that gave good character. You know, so like the Lorax. I love the Lorax, and I loved Horton Hears a Who and that kind of stuff. Those were really good ones.
Yeah.
So
Go Dog Go was the first book that I got my son to read. That he read all the way through on his own. We used to read it at night going to bed, and then that was the first time he actually was able to pick up a book and go from beginning to end. I have a video of it. It's very cute.
Red Fish, Blue Fish, that's one of my favorite. So today, to honor this day, keep books everywhere and spend time, Let's try that again. I'm going to try that English part again.
No, do it the Seuss way.
The Dr. Seuss way. Keep books everywhere and spend time with your children reading. Put them in your car, every room of your house. Tuck them in backpacks and purses. Make them easily accessible. I know you did that, Mary Ann, didn't you? So the little
wanted that
hard
paragraph
book,
to
remember the little hard
rhyme.
ones? And
Yes.
they all had teething marks also?
Yes.
So, yeah,
Yes.
we had those. But you just whip them out. And nowadays, they whip out the cell phone or an iPad. Back then, if you sat down in a airport or a restaurant or waiting to get your license renewed, you pulled out a book.
Yeah.
And you sat there and read with your children.
Or your children chewed on the book. is
Or
what
they
you're saying.
chewed on the
Oh,
book.
yeah.
That happened. A
Yeah.
lot of airport rides,
Yeah,
so you
learning
whip them
by
out.
consumption. I like it.
Read to your children, no matter their age. Reading out loud strengthens their vocabulary and language skills. It also opens up opportunity for discussion. Have your children read to you. Brown Bear was the first one my girls. And you had to.
What
do
do
they
you
have
see?
it memorized? Or can you flip the page and then if they actually can read it, and then you're like, yes, they read it.
Yeah.
So, because you never know what your children might say back. So you'll learn something fun. Dr. Seuss was born in 1904. So, and his-
Theodore Geisel.
that's right, Theodore Seuss Geisel. Very good. He was a cartoonist prior to writing this book, writing all of his books. He did 400 political cartoons during World War II.
Wow.
Yeah, in a New York daily newspaper called the PM.
Yeah. Can't say I've ever read any of his political cartoons, but
I haven't either.
I think I've read most of the books.
Yeah. So, very exciting. Go enjoy Dr. Seuss today. Go read to your children. Go to a school. Volunteer in a library. But let's not do that just this on March 2nd. Do that every day.
Yes.
Or whenever you can. So, we're not here just to talk about Dr. Seuss and
No.
reading.
Let me take
Let's-
off my Seuss hat and put on my.
Your writing
running
hat?
hat, yeah.
Yes. So, and you probably, did you get this one last year? This is the medal.
I didn't. I don't think I placed
That was the half
last year.
marathon.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I did the 10K last year. I'm
So,
slacking.
let's back up a little bit, Gary, and I'm going to have you lean into it. We make sure we can hear you.
Okay.
Tell us, number one, the background with the Neuse River Bridge Run and how you got to be president and now making it march forward.
Well, this is our 17th running of the Bridge Run.
Wow.
So we've been around a while. We started as a very small local event 17 years ago. And about 6 or 7 years ago, the previous chairman wanted out. He had other things to do. His life was getting very busy. And I guess they couldn't find anyone else, so they asked me to have that role. So I said, yes, I'm interested. I'm interested in supporting our communities however I can. And so we've been developing this over the past several years to a very active, involved, contributory event that includes runners, walkers, volunteers. If you're not a runner or a walker, you can volunteer as well. And last year, for example, we had 1,300 people participate in the event and raised a net amount of $60,000, which we redistributed back into the community. All the money we generate, all the net money, goes back to the community. We don't take any. We look and work with local merchants. So we really keep this very focused, even though the event draws people from not only North Carolina but surrounding states. We've had a couple every year from Hawaii.
Wow.
Yeah, they visit family and they run.
That's
so
great. Yeah.
you can point them, you can see them because they wear their leis around their neck when they run. I'm just kidding about that, but
I mean, some people wear costumes.
No,
I
they
wouldn't be
do.
surprised.
yeah.
That'd be
Didn't you
fun.
have one?
I've not worn a costume
Okay.
while running before. No.
He does have some funny bright shoes, though. I can always spot him coming into the neighborhood at night.
Well, actually, I just got a new pair of shoes 2 days ago that are not as bright, but I wear other bright clothing
Yes.
because
He doesn't want to get hit.
But that is what I don't.
It's a good
I do
plan.
not recommend. But that is one of the things that's great about participating in the bridge run, right? Is that the cars are blocked off. You get to be out on the bridge that goes over and actually get
Yeah.
that beautiful view, and they've got it all blocked off up there. So
It's
yeah,
fantastic.
you don't have to wear bright clothes while you're up there.
That's right.
You can if you want to, though.
Well, I got to find you, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You could wear your T-shirt while
Well,
you're running.
and I'm reading this that it says there were 1,300 registered runners last year for the event alone, and that included the Super Fun Kids Run.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the Kids Run.
Well, the Kids Run really is just a fun event. We have kids from 3 to 11, and depending on the age, they circle around Union Point Park, that little rotary area, and we cheer them on. There are games. Last year we had treats, and parents and others support it. We have BLET from the schools.
That's basic law enforcement training.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks.
Yeah, our students here at the college. Yep.
Yes. And they kind of escort the kids around and run with the kids and encourage the kids. And it's frankly, it's a blast to watch the kids run. I mean, Marianne and her husband have taken photographs. They're wonderful photographs to see the kids' enthusiasm and energy. Those some kids with second doubts are getting encouraged, and they pick it up and they finish their event. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's Friday night, the 28th this year.
Okay, and where do they register the same way as they would for the 5K and the half marathon?
Yeah, everyone.
Oh, there's a
can go,
10K also. I'm sorry.
Yeah, everyone can go to
Keep
bridgerun.org.
forgetting all those.
And what we're finding on Friday, which is when the event is run, that when the adults or parents bring or pick up their swag, they bring their kid along, and so they register their child. And they take them across the street because we do it at the convention center, all the registration and other events, and they have their child participate in the bridge run.
Yeah, and I mean, it's smart to have all those pieces go together like that, right? Because, going to pick up the packets, it's always an exciting time for a lot of people, too. A lot of people, that's their first race that they're doing, right? And in my experience, it's always been very well organized with people who go in and are able to figure out what they need to do. But a lot of times, you're going to have your kids with you, and you want to plant those seeds early if you can and show them the fun of running and participating in events like that with others. And so they get to, if you take them with you for that packet pickup, they get to see all that excitement and then go across the street.
Absolutely. The kids have a great time.
Run. Yeah.
That's exciting. So let's talk a little bit about the people that benefit, like the filling station, Marianne.
Yes.
So I'm going to read a few of them, and then let's talk about what the filling station offers. So there's 7 beneficiaries, and that would be Craven Community College Foundation, Duffy Field Phoenix Project, the Filling Station, the Mediation Center of Eastern North Carolina, Mercy Clinic, RCS, that's Religious Community Services, and the Twin Rivers YMCA. So, Marianne, let's talk about your connection with the filling station and what the Bridge Run and the sponsorship, how it helps back into your community.
Oh, absolutely. When I explain to individuals and businesses and families about the opportunity of sponsoring through running or sponsoring their business, it's a win-win-win, because when they do that, it comes full circle back to the community. And so they are able to sponsor their business and share that downtown New Bern and be involved, and knowing that those dollars are going to come back full circle to Jones County to continue to support the mission.
So the mission being nutrition, education, and connection.
Right, assisting and filling those unmet needs in Jones County.
And I love it, that little play on words, the filling station.
Yes.
So it's like filling their soul, filling their tummies,
Absolutely.
filling their wallets, and if that's the situation, filling a job loss, as we were talking before we came on air.
Yeah, find a need and fill it. So repurposing for the prior use, it was originally Jenkins Gas and Oil. Most people are familiar with the location, and so we've repurposed the mission and repurposed the campus from filling gas tanks to stomachs and souls. That's right, and it's fun. It's really fun. And the thing that I love so much about being a part of the Bridge Run is it truly does bridge communities, and isn't that what we're doing?
Yes.
To be better together. We cannot work in silos.
No, absolutely
And so,
not.
Partnership, collaboration is critical for our success. And so grateful for Gary's mentorship and belief in our leadership at the filling station that we could be a part. I believe we're the first nonprofit outside of Craven County.
That's right.
So that was kind of cool. We had an intense interview process to see if we made the mark, and so this is our 3rd year apart. The first time we did the virtual event right in the middle of COVID, so that was interesting. And
You did 2 partially virtual, right? Before we had to put the feet back on the ground, or was it just the one?
We did one, and one year we postponed it because of the public health issues. But even with the virtual run, we had about 500 people participate that year, which was good to see.
And a lot of people just made donations. I remember they
Yeah.
didn't necessarily participate in the virtual walk run, but they were just making donations and sponsorships to
Yes.
continue to fill those pots.
Well, and that
these
says a
different
whole
areas.
lot about, setting a great foundation, because if you have a public health situation or a disaster, a long running event like this will survive that when you've got great leadership and good foundation. So
That's
yeah.
wonderful.
One of the nice things, if I could just jump in, in Jones County, they really get their kids involved, and we encourage it. Jim with the public schools really solicits and promotes and encourages kids to also join, not just young kids, but teenagers to run.
Yes.
And they do a great job. We love to have that participation.
And I think I read somewhere in here that also Jones County Parks and Rec is also helping to promote it.
Yes, David Mallard is a Jones County resident. He moved home from Raleigh, and he and I are just really, really excited about partnering, working together. Our grandparents, our parents have been there in Jones County, and so we really want to do everything we can to continue to enrich that county. And so we got together and discussed, why would we start something in Jones County when we can partner with somebody who's already got it figured out? And so he's doing a great job working through all the schools, making sure all the children, all the parents are aware of the opportunity. And new this year, we created an opportunity for individuals and businesses to actually sponsor 1, 5, or 10 children to run. Because there are some children that maybe are not able to financially do that. And so that's been a nice addition to the sponsorship. And so, yes, Dave does a great, great job. He brought about 35 kids, I believe, last year, and also partnering with a young lady with the Girls Run organization.
Girls on the Run.
Girls on the Run. Thank you for clarifying that. So, very exciting, and a lot of participation from Jones County.
I think Girls on the Run has a team each year.
Yes.
Craven Community College, I know, has a team as well right now, and that's a good way for a lot of people to get together and support too, right?
Well, we created our own team at the filling station. We're called the Filling Station Finishers. So if you're watching this and you want to be on a team from the filling station, please join that team, the Filling Station Finishers.
And it's not very often like you have a safe opportunity to go across the bridge and see the gorgeous views of not just downtown, but all the way up the Neuse River as well. So,
one of my favorite parts of that is the sunrise, because it's scheduled at just the right time where when you're coming over the bridge, depending if you're doing the half or the 10K, but in both cases,
or how fast you are.
But the sun is coming up right when you're at the height of the bridge in both of those races, and it's just a beautiful view to see the sun coming up over the water. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to lose track of time. Let's talk about dates, registrations, cost, all that kind of stuff. Gary, can I shoot that to you?
Sure.
Okay.
The events, the Kids Run is April 28th at 6 p.m., and you can register right now, bridgerun.org, and choose whatever event and sign up and go from there. The in-person event is on the 29th, and we have the 5K, the 10K, and the half marathon are run on the 29th. They all start at different times, of course. The half marathon starts at 7, 7:30, and then 8:15 for the half, the 10, and the 5. Like you both have been saying, people really are excited about running over the bridge. They love that beautiful view. It's an experience running across that span, but also across the Cunningham Bridge, which is the drawbridge. So that is quite appealing for a lot of folks. So those are the dates. As I said, you can register now. The virtual run officially begins on April 15th. It'll run through the 30th. So folks who can't or don't want to participate in the in-person event for whatever reason.
Maybe I could do that.
What, the virtual run?
I could do the virtual, like just do a little bit at a time and start adding it up.
Absolutely. People do it incrementally.
I could walk it.
Or
absolutely.
I'm not going to skip.
A lot of people walk the 5K.
It could be dangerous.
A lot of people do walk the 5K.
Yeah.
They do.
All right.
Yeah, and some people walk the 10, but a lot of folks walk the 5. But the virtual can do it incrementally like you're talking about. And they just sign up, choose the virtual run, and off they go. They'll get the same swag, same T-shirt, and other material.
I have a
and
walking app on my phone that I keep rolling, so I could start. I could just add
There
that
you
to
go.
it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I might be a half marathoner, Zanetta. Wouldn't that be weird?
Well, you could.
Yeah, you get started.
You could, absolutely. You've got a couple of weeks to do
I
it.
got some motivation now.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. So we have those events. We just changed the prices. We just went up a little bit because we were giving discounts until the end of February.
Okay.
And so if you register now, you'll have to pay a little bit more, but just upcoming events, we will have a St. Patrick's Day discount. So that'll be coming up very soon. We'll be announcing that. St. Patrick's Day, I think it's the 17th this
March
year.
17th.
To
Yeah,
register
so-
on that day specifically for a discount? Is that what you're
We'll
saying?
give
Or
you,
up to?
it'll be a week.
Okay.
You'll have a week window to do it. And so we'll give a discount on that. And by all means, sign up. If you don't want to wait, sign up now.
So this was last year's T-shirt. I'm gonna hold this up so you can.
Mm-hmm.
You see that? Okay. Yep. There we go. And then here was the sponsors on the back, and it's very soft. It's kind of what do you call that kind of material? I know it's a polyester,
I
but
don't
it's
know what you
it's a
call
type
that.
of running where it wicks your sweat. And then can I see the picture that you had for this coming year's?
Yeah.
I'll share that.
Let me see. I think I brought it right here, right?
I think so. You showed it to me earlier.
Yeah, that's a great shirt.
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
There we go.
I think it's on the card you have over there as well, right? The cards that are on the table. Is that the same
Oh, it is.
design? Yep.
Yes. So T-shirt and
Yeah.
design.
Yep.
Yeah. That looks
So
great. That's
it
a
is
lot
really
of fun.
cool. Well, it's a little bit different because you've got the skyline here of downtown
Right.
New Bern, and very neat.
Yeah,
I'm
I like
liking
that one a lot.
with the sunrise.
That's right.
It does have sun rays, so
And happy little waves in the water.
happy little waves,
Yeah, I like
waves,
that a lot.
waves. Yeah, it's.
I mean, the artists,
fantastic.
local artists who do this every year, they do a wonderful job. I mean, that's very creative
It is beautiful.
and a great presentation.
So this is completely off subject, but it's really not off subject. I'm gonna tie it in. So, Gary, it's so nice to meet you for the first time
Same
today.
here, thank
and
you.
I love the fact that we do have connections because you are helping work with our workforce development program here at Craven Community College, helping folks get jobs. So I've just learned that connection, so I'm very excited about that. Marianne and I have known each other for probably 23 plus years, and never underestimate a small act of kindness. This woman provided a small act of kindness during a time that was really hard right after I had my first child, and I've never forgotten it. And she's one of the most beautiful people. I'm going to get emotional, but she's one of the most beautiful people I know inside and out. And the fact that she gets to work with this filling station and make changes in people's lives is amazing. So thank you. I love you.
Love you too.
I don't get emotional, do
Thank
I?
you don't,
And
no.
I got Craig a little
No.
verklempt.
But no, I love to see that. I love to see
It
that y'all
is.
have that friendship. And I'm also very surprised that after knowing each other that long that you've been able to not cut up too much in the show today. You've really kind of kept it under wraps.
We're not cut up characters.
Oh, you're not?
No. I mean,
Okay,
it's
all right.
we're classy. We're really classy. So that's our relationship. It's classy.
Okay. So I keep bringing you down. Is
No.
the problem. As soon as you walk out of here, you're
Exactly.
classy again.
Yeah,
okay, I see
exactly.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
It all makes sense.
You just bring out a different love in me. That's it.
That's
It's
fair.
a different
I'll take
one.
it.
Yeah. So again, I'm so excited. You continue to have your mission to every little nugget is helping somebody, and so thank you very much.
Yours.
Yep.
Well,
And hopefully, what we offer today will also be a wonderful little nugget to help somebody get through and see how they can get involved in our community or continue to stay involved in our community.
And again, as a reminder for people who participate in the Bridge Run or sponsor, the proceeds from that, after covering costs, of course, go to help our local nonprofits.
Yep.
And I will say, all of these nonprofits that benefit, we're all partnering. So I think that's the most beautiful thing about it, because those funds are multiplied.
Right.
So we are excited to be able to partner with each other and learn about each other's missions and how we can really focus and not duplicate services.
And cross network.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, you're going to find an individual that may need a service that you can't provide,
That's
but
right.
you know, because of this involvement, you do know somebody else who can.
Right.
And it's that networking, that pick up the phone, as Gary said before we started, just getting people help, just picking them up.
You know, the follow-up on that, partly I'm a data-driven person as well as
A numbers guy.
you could probably tell. But last year we estimated probably 150,000 people were positively impacted by the revenue that we generated, that folks gave through the bridge run. We all know that our neighbors and friends in our communities, some folks need help. And some folks, in truth, are still reacting and dealing with Florence, Hurricane Florence. So if we can offer that kind of support, it's real concrete, important support. It helps us feel and are more motivated to do this work. So if folks are interested in supporting their communities, whether it's these specific 6 that are involved here or in other ways, please do bridgerun.org. The communities benefit from it, and we're grateful for it.
Fantastic. Speaking of community,
Yes.
we've got a few community events that Zanetta pulled together for us,
great.
so we thank you for that. I'll start.
Okay, go for
We
it.
got the 27th annual train show. Doot doot.
Whoop, whoop. I was wondering if there's going to be a train noise.
Doot doot. It's March 4th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and it's going to and then March 5th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Riverfront Convention Center. There will be vendors buying and selling all kinds of and scales of railroad equipment. How big can you get how big a train can you get in there? I'm just wondering.
The biggest ones I've seen in there, you'll have to cut to me so I can use my hands because I don't know how else to do this. But like probably each car would be about that big.
Okay.
The ones I've seen, but that's rare. Most
That's
of
a
the
big
ones
locomotive.
are, like you saw before.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right, so they'll be selling all kinds of railroad equipment, beginner classes for kids of all ages, Thomas the Train, Hugh Lego Layout, and more.
I think it's
Huge,
I
not
think it's
huge.
Yeah. Or
There
there's
was
also
a
a guy.
comma. There was a comma, so I thought maybe it was a name.
No, there's a guy named Hugh. He's
Hugh?
big into Legos, and Hugh Legos.
But you see that? I thought
I-
that was
I
his
do,
name.
yes.
Huge the Lego.
Yes,
Hugh.
it's Huge the Lego. Yes. Yeah.
It's $8
He's a,
for
he's a
ages.
singer. He's my favorite when he's doing the Super Bowl next year.
Is he?
Yeah, Huge the Lego. No.
How does he move?
Yeah, exactly.
Just wondering. $8 for ages 12 and up, and under 12 are free with adult admission. Admission is good for both days. So head on out to the Convention Center March 4th and March 5th. Next one is yours.
Improv show celebrating National Grammar Day. That's coming up this Saturday, March the 4th, from 7:30 to 10.
Will I learn a thing or two if I
You
go?
might, yeah, get out there. Yeah.
That sounds like I need it.
Yes. So this is at New Bern Civic Theater. The bathtub is heating up and the water is just fine. Join us for improv comedy with Walk-In Bathtub, New Bern Civic Theater's own in-house improv team. The show will be completely improvised based on audience suggestions, but due to the unpredictable nature of improv and not knowing what the audience will say, the show is rated R. Concessions are available, including beer and wine and soft drinks.
Will you be participating?
I will be, yes.
On the stage, not in the audience.
Correct, yes. I'm in the show on Saturday.
Very good. The water is just fine.
The water's just fine. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to hold you to
You don't
it.
believe me? Yeah.
I'm going to hold you to it. All right. Then the Malpass Brothers are in concert March 9th, 7:30 to 10 p.m., Grover C. Fields Performing Arts Center. The Malpass Brothers are the real deal folks. You just bought your ticket, didn't you?
Did.
Marianne got her ticket. And you said you're going with Joan?
Yes.
Joan Taylor and her
Joan and
husband?
John and
Okay.
my husband. We excited about this show.
Yay. You'll find no pretense with this act, and their music is steeped in country legacy of the, what is it? The Louvin brothers? Did I say that correctly? Louvin? Louvin. Okay, we're going to get through. We'll get through. I need that grammar session. Johnny Cash, Marty Robbins, and Hank Williams Sr. They have opened for Merle Haggard and have shared billings with Willie Nelson, Rhonda Vincent, Marty Stewart, and Doc Watson. Wow. They hail from Goldsboro, North Carolina. The duo made their Grand Ole Opry debut in 2018 and have performed in halls and at festivals from the Shetland Islands of Merrill Fest and throughout North and South Carolina, Tennessee, and Texas. Tickets are available at cravencc.edu/LLC. That's for Lifetime Learning Center. And we also know that our local Bonafides are going to be...
Yeah, they're the opening band.
They're the opening band, so they're our local folks.
Yeah, they're great. If you've seen George Oliver playing banjo on the front porch, that's the same guy in the same
Danny
band.
Batten.
Danny Batten, yeah.
Yep, and his
Great folks.
Yep, good folks. So they'll be there. And of course, there's more. It's not just George and Danny.
No, they're a bona fide band.
They're a
There's
bona
other
fides.
very good people in the band, yes. Yeah, there's a lot of people in that band. Flappers, Flasks, and Foul Play. March 11th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Airy Bed and Breakfast. The United Way of Coastal Carolina will be hosting a night of flappers, flasks, and foul play at the Airy Bed and Breakfast. There will be heavy hors d'oeuvres, adult beverages, including specialty cocktails, live music, and prizes. But the most important part of the evening will be solving the mystery of who done it. You are strongly encouraged to dress in your finest Roaring 20s attire, so I know you have lots of that, Megan. And join us for the fun.
I got some stuff flapping. I don't know if it's a dress.
You get your flapping attire. Seating is limited, so get your tickets today. There will also be packages available that include overnight accommodations at the Airy to make it a truly special evening. Don't miss out on this exciting event. Get your tickets while you still can. Check the event page at visitnewbern.com for different tickets and package options.
Very good. And we're going to close out.
Close it out.
Close it out. Next week, In the Know, episode 43, which happens to be you and I's 75th, by the way.
Are you going to?
From the beginning.
Is that Diamond? Is that the Diamond anniversary, 75? I expect diamonds, regardless.
I don't know. We'll see. It might be a funny hat. I don't know. Bedazzled.
Give me a bedazzled hat.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, we'll look it up. March 9th at 9 a.m. So come and join us live on Facebook at facebook.com/CravenCC or catch the replay on YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to like and share us. And if you follow us and what's on Twitter and what else?
We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram.
Yeah, so like us and follow us, and so it'll pop up, and you don't have to go hunting for us, right?
There's a few videos of Megan on TikTok as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's her favorite.
I did not authorize it, Marianne. I did not authorize it, but they are funny. So, all right. So next week we will be joined by Tom McCabe. He's a local photographer and instructor here at the college, and he will discuss his upcoming exhibit at the Bank of the Arts. So we would, if you'd like this podcast to grow, please follow and share.
Yes.
And if there's something you'd like to see on our show, please write us a suggestion or in the comments or call us, and we'd love to see what we could do to put you on if there's something in the community you want us to share.
Yep. You can comment on the show you're watching right now, or you can visit our webpage at cravencc.edu/inthenoknow.
I know it's a little late, but I'd love to find out what everybody else's favorite Dr. Seuss book was. So if you have a favorite Dr. Seuss book, throw it in the comments.
Yep. Drop it in the comments. We'll all
Drop it
share
in
it
the
together.
comments.
Yep.
Absolutely. So let's wrap it up. Neuse River Bridge Run 2023. Get your tickets, right? Register.
Today.
Register.
Today.
Register today. And we are so glad that you two came and joined us, and so grateful for what you continue to do to help the community. And do you have anything else you want to share?
Well, don't forget we're starting B term next Tuesday.
Okay.
So you come on down, talk to our advisors. If you not sure what you want to do, that's what we're here to do, is to help you find the financial aid, find the program that works for you.
And what fits in your schedule.
And what fits in your schedule, yeah.
Fantastic. Awesome. Well, we will leave you today from our dark room studio here at Public Radio East on our New Bern campus, and we will see you next time. So stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye.
Bye, everybody.